Good morning. It's January 21st, coming to you from the log cabin in the woods in Canada, of course. And today we're talking about British Columbia on behalf of how it's affecting things at ADIS Appraisals and our sister brokerage, ADIS Realty. We have 3 bills that were given royal assent by the province Ministry of Housing last year on November 30th. You've probably heard about some of them. 35, 44, and 47 are the bill numbers. You don't need to know that. 35 deals with short-term rental banning. So we're not going to get into a lot of detail on that here today, except to say this. You can't do it anymore. If you are buying condos, collecting them and Airbnb those for short-term rentals, even if your condo board allows it, that's not going to be allowed anymore. Not only is it going to be illegal, but they're going to fine you. So the landscape is changing. The province has taken a role to crack down on short-term rentals. Of course, there's exemptions, namely hotel, resort, that kind of thing. But for the most part, this is happening and it will be enforced this year, 2024. I'll say this, at first really bothered me on a personal level to restrict people's rights like that. But I do understand that there's mega corporations now who are basically making a business of this. And I believe it might have gotten to the point where they're buying up so much inventory and controlling it that it really is affecting housing. So although I don't like it when personal property rights are affected, in this case, I can see why that this is passing. It is going to have an implication on the market. But I want to go on to 44 and 47. These are the bills I want to talk about today. There's a lot happening, so likely this will be one of several videos, but 44 and 47 deal with SMMUH, which is small scale multi-unit housing. So just think anything but condo towers, high-rise towers. The province is saying that they want more of this. So they passed a law. Like I said, it received royal assent November 30th. Bill 44 says you can develop anywhere from 2 to 4 units on a regular lot. Now, most single-family zoning throughout the province allows 1 unit, maybe 2. The easiest way to how this law is affecting things is you're going to be adding at least 1. No matter what, you're going to be adding 1. If it allowed 1 unit only, you're going to be allowed a laneway house or a basement suite. If you're allowed 2, you're going to be at 3 or maybe even 4. Bill 47 says if you are along a transit corridor, then it's 6. Minimum 6. So basically, we are headed for some densification. The province is forecasting about 300,000 new homes in the next few years as a result of this. How does it affect you? Well, if you're a property owner and you're looking to redevelop, you're going to be able to redevelop more units. I think it's important to say this. They can't necessarily be strata. I didn't know this until today, but the BC Building Code does not allow for a strata typically to be up and down. There's going to be some exceptions, but what I'm saying is a basement suite can't be a strata unit. Of course, a laneway house can be, or a side-by-side duplex can be. So whether or not these are going to be strata developments or not, and it'll be a mix, although they foresee most will be strata, you're going to have more development opportunity for property owners. Your property value could be going up in value over the next few months. That's probably a given. So I want to make this plug now. If you're interested to see how this is affecting your property value, give us a call. We already have multiple inquiries. On the ADIS appraisal side, we've got property owners throughout Surrey, Langley, emailing me nonstop. What about if I do this many units? What about this lot? We were going to split it, but now we're going to build this. So many different scenarios to look into, and they're right. Their property value is going to be changing. On the real estate side, we've already looked at the Thompson-Nicola Regional District, a large 400-acre parcel, how this is going to affect the densification of that development, and some work in West Vancouver. It's important to note that the changes will not fully come into effect until the end of June 2024 because the city planners have to wrestle with all this. They're being told you cannot deny this many units being proposed. So they have to amend all of their bylaws and amend all of their policy documents. And they haven't done this yet. I've already talked to the planners at West Vancouver. They need more time. They said reach out to us in May, but we're not really going to know until July 1st exactly what the cities are going to allow. And if they try to put their foot down, they're actually going to be overruled by the province. So this is something that's passed, it's law, and it's going to affect property owners. Your value could be higher. So give us a call, 604-682-7585 at ADIS Appraisals, or call me directly, 604-657-1111. I'm not going to be able to answer it on the phone, but we can certainly do some research to see how it affects you. I think that there's interesting and exciting opportunities. Being a proponent of private property rights, I kind of like Bill 44 and 47 because they give the property owner more rights, the right to develop more. So in essence, I'm sort of in favor of this one. I can understand that some communities are going to say, whoa, we wanted to be able to discuss any new development. That right's being taken away from us. I get that, and I'm a big proponent of community input, but at the end of the day, this is addressing something which, as we all know, occurring, called a housing crisis. There are people just can't afford to get into homes, can't find homes. And the province basically under EB has said, enough. We're putting our big guns out and we're gonna make some real changes. So look for more to come on this topic. I just wanted to give you a brief introduction so that you have an idea of what's going on.